That's a pool. And I love pools. So when I used to have my TV show on Home and Garden Television, and we would do a job where we would build a pool, they kept telling me that I wasn't saying pool right. How do you say pool? I say pool. I don't know. Anyway, it sounded right to me. But anyway, now after 3 years of being on the battlefield down here at the San Diego place, this is where we grow a bunch of palms, and here's my garage with all of my tractors and shovels. Look at my shovel collection right there. Lots of shovels. Irrigation parts. But anyway, I got a big nursery. Here's the nursery right there on the back hill. And there's a few videos about that. But I built a pool I'm really proud of. The lady who lived here, her name was Mary McBride. She actually had a nursery in this area here. It's like the heart of the whole entire garden. But she had a nursery there. So when I inherited it, there was nothing but just like dirt. So I ponied up and had a guy build a pool. I did some of the work myself to save money. And now I'm finally backfilling around the pool. What this is a retaining wall out of block concrete, recycled, that I had back north, and I shipped it all down here when I was driving down here. And then these are all 36-inch boxed palms. And then this is a wall with waterfalls coming off of it. And the idea is that you can fill this whole area up full of dirt and then put a bunch of tropical plants on it, and then you don't see the boxes. So let's go check it out. This is a pretty ingenious, shall I say ingenious? Ingenious, whatever, layout. So I'll show you what I'm doing right now. Look at the painting, the quick little painting my daughter did of the pool. She was gonna throw it away. Huh? So it's in the garage. Yeah, glorious life in the garage. Better than in the garbage can, but look how beautiful that is. Okay, so I always thought you have to basically like never stop working to do your own stuff until you don't have any work. Then, as my wife pointed out to me after maybe 5 years of living in Lafayette, she's like, well, you're never gonna get anything done if you do that because you're always busy. So that's pretty much the case here. So I've now told my customers, I play a little trick. Don't tell them this. I tell them I'm booked on a job for like 2 weeks or a week or whatever. But I don't tell them whose job. Because if they knew it was my job, they'd say, wait a minute. Wait, that's not cool. You need to come to my house. Anyway, I'm finally doing my place. So I'll flip the camera around here and show you what it's like. Look at my beautiful tile. That's where I pretty much blew my budget right there. Everything else is rather cheap. I know it looks expensive, but I had my buddy that's a concrete precast guy build all of these, he formed all these custom pool caps in terracotta color. And as different from the plan originally was a square. Then I thought about it and like, what about having a beautiful Spanish arch at the end? And so that's how I did it. Of course, that made it real difficult to make these custom coping pieces. But anyway, we got it all in. And the blue tile was really cheap. However, that tile there, the beautiful Spanish tile, that was expensive. I can't remember how much, but it's like 6 times as expensive as the blue tile. But anyway, I had to have it. And it's basically 4 tiles. And when put together, it makes a beautiful pattern. Look at that, isn't that pretty? And you have to get the special tile that can handle chlorine and everything. Anyway, and then I got a fairly cheap finish on the bottom, and it kind of looks like it a little bit. See the lines? The guys troweled it. Shouldn't look like that. I don't know if you can see that. There's some down there. But anyway, it's a nice color, and it was cheap. Then I had to, because this patio was not level, it's higher. It was higher here, higher over there than here. And so it just wouldn't meet up with the pool right. So I had to create this little transitional area here, these stones, and it's actually lower over there than here. So that was kind of a bummer because I wanted the pool to come right up to the edge. But anyway, I devised this solution, which is only partially finished. It is a bunch more of my my buddy's precast stepping stones, and I need to permanently set those a little bit better, maybe even a mortar. And then I'm going to take Mexican beach cobbles and put them in here. This is kind of a little bit of a test, but that's the story there. So anyway, but you can see my design intent here. I'll take you back and show you. Basically trying to hide the fact that this is a growing, working nursery. And see back here, here's all my palms I've been setting up. I concentrated on setting up all these palms to grow first. And then once I got that done, then I moved on to the pool and everything else. And so you see what I'm doing here, right? Here's the recycled concrete blocks. Thanks to Joe Garcia, my neighbor in Lafayette. He didn't want these. They lived at my nursery in Richmond for a while in the demo garden, and we bought a building next door and changed the whole entrance around, and therefore moved the demonstration garden. And then had no use for these blocks, so I brought them all down here. But you can see what happens. They perfectly hide the boxes to create the illusion that there's just a beautiful palm forest behind the pool. And so I'll show you what that looks like. Yeah, so the idea here, it's still all rough, but I wanted to show you this stage. I'm going to fill that dirt even higher over there. And look, you don't even see the boxes, right? And I'll have all this tropical foliage in here. There's actually a road over there too. You can't really see it now because I've hidden it so well with the palms. Now we have so here I am filling the dirt. Probably should have taken this video a little earlier. I'm going to create a massive mound here, like a really big mound. And the idea there, again, is to hide the view of the boxes. I don't mind seeing the tops of the trees over there, but I don't want to see boxes because we're trying to make it look like, yeah, the dude just planted a beautiful palm forest, and they're not in production. But what else? So when we dug the pool out, these are all things to think about if you're building a pool. The top layer of soil was this really nice decomposed granite. I'll show you that. It's kind of a sandy material. Right here. And this will break down really nice and creates a nice profile of soil for the plants. And I'm mixing that, of course, with really good compost right here. And here's where my compost was delivered. I left just a big enough gate to get in. There ultimately will be like a little open area here and for more plants. But here there's going to be this massive mound, and it's really going to separate this sort of living area, outdoor living area, from the sort of, workhorse nursery area. And there's going to be I have a massive boulder. I'll show you that. That'll make a good video when I move that thing. I gotta get a big crane out here, bigger than mine. But I left some concrete here when we were pouring concrete. This is all concrete right here. That's going to create a foundation to make a real stable spot to put a 10,000-pound boulder that's going to be big enough where someone could lay out on it and also jump off into the pool. So I'll show you that. But so today, and then also deeper down from the pool excavation was like really kind of nasty soil. So we separated this pile from the good stuff. What I'm doing with the bad stuff is I'm dropping it down in the middle of the mound on the base. So it'll be the deepest. And I want at least the top 18 inches. I'm still amending it with mulch, but top 18 inches is going to be this decomposed granite material mixed with compost. The plants will really like that. I have to get more blocks. The blocks are going to go all the way to here. You can see they're a little bit short right now. I also need a cap on the top. There's a cap down here, but I need to get more cap pieces. And we have more in Richmond at the nursery. So that's pretty much it. That's pretty much what I'm doing. And I'll show you the giant rock. That's going to be the crowning moment. It's going to be a big splurge to get a big crane over here. It's going to cost about $1,500, but I think it's worth it. The rock I'm going to move is worth well more than that, and it's doing nothing where it is, and that's the only way that I can move it. So anyway, some really nice plants. Here's where your plants will be coming from. We grow them down here in San Diego, and we bring them up. There's a really beautiful coconut queen palms right there. Beautiful tree, hybrid tree. There it is. Look at this thing. This thing is huge. It might be way more than 10,000 pounds. Look how big it is. See my feet for contrast. Let's see. So feet for scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 feet wide by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. It's 6 foot by 7 foot, perfectly flat on top. Tell me that does not belong right next to that pool. Anyway, yeah, the only way I can get it back there is get a big crane. My crane's too small to handle this thing. I can't even move it. This tree, this rock apparently was somewhere in this vicinity when they built this entrance here, which is rather new. And they just basically got it out and pushed it out of the way. They actually exploded a lot of this rock to get it out of here. And but anyway, so that's the story. So please don't give up my secret of telling my customers that I'm, booked on jobs when I'm actually working at my own place. This place, my little unit, I rent the main house out and to help pay the mortgage. And my little unit, though, is really nice. There's a video online, Sunrise Vista VRBO or something like that. And it'll be on my webpage under more. And if you need a place to stay in San Diego, this is the place, especially if you like plants. All right, that's the story, and I'm sticking to it. I guess that's Yogi Bear. But you want to see something cool, check this out. So I'm working on the mound still here. It's coming along. It's a lot of dirt to move. Anyway, I put this beautiful triple Butea capitata here. You can't really see it because it's sort of buried. But yeah, triple. Beautiful plant. And all this dirt was sort of piled up against the plant. You always expect the roots to go down in the ground underneath the tree. Look at this. This tree is extremely happy. And I'm like, oh, it's doing really well. Well, check it out. It decided to root out of the side of the box. And look how far the roots went from this tree. Linked over there. So anyway, it's going to be a little irritated at me for taking away its source of nutrients and moisture, but so be it. But what's nice about these palm roots is that when they come out at whatever thickness they come out at, and they don't get any thicker. And so that's a really good thing because regular woody trees of all sorts, like these guys over here, they will basically come out at tiny hair-like thickness, get in between things like pull coping, find a little gap, go in there, and then just get thicker and thicker and thicker and just start popping everything up. So that's one reason why palms are so nice. Anyway, back to work. Ooh, more compost. More compost. More compost. Gotta have your compost. Oh, that's a lot of gravel. A lot of grava, mucha grava. Look at this. So I had this stuff stored up here. So what you want to do on your walls, guys, you want to waterproof the walls as best you can. Pool contractor put this stuff on there. And I put another layer of waterproofing on the black spray. That's Leica Seal or something like that. Get it at Home Depot. Anyway, the other thing you want to do, put a whole bunch of drain rock along the wall, separate the wall from the dirt, and then you'll have the water that gets up here in this planter go down and out that way, and it won't go through the wall and cause efflorescence, which is white masonry, sort of blotchy, streaky material on your tile. So here I am. I'm gonna get the big old buckets that have been here for months that I put up here. Like I said, I work whenever I can, and today I can work. Everyone else is watching football, and I'm working. That's what I do. That's what I've been doing since I was 18. Anyway, there you go. Put all the buckets in here, lift them up, put it up here. The risk I run is something crazy happening, whereby the buckets just fall into the pool, which would absolutely suck. But anyway, I decided I should show you this little part of it, just for the fun of it. And there's Oso. Oso is gonna watch me do my thing. And this is my thing. I'll show you guys my thing. I don't know, is it gonna work? I might need a big rock. So I could show you my thing. Oh, yeah. So I'll give you my tips. My tips are, wear your rash guard. Right here. Lose some weight before you make a video, or you wear your rash guard if possible. I wasn't able to do that in this video. Anyway, this will keep you nice and cool. Keep the sun off. Goes up your neck a little bit. Prevent that skin cancer from taking effect. And you want to wear flip-flops. So you get in and out of your shoes, you know if you're dirty or not. And be extremely careful of your feet. Just think about it this way. Humans lived for millennia without shoes. And so can you if you're careful. Just don't break your feet or cut them or anything else. So that's it. Keep working. Okay, we're getting closer. I put a whole bunch more dirt in. Now what you want to do is make it so that your dirt's not touching the wall. Pull all that out. Make sure that you have your uninterrupted column of drain rock. 3/4 inches preferable. Kind of use anything, pea gravel, even broken stuff. Look, I got rid of all the broken tile down here. Anything that's like inert, that's not going to decompose, and water can drain through. So as you can see, you can also use a separator. We were doing that for a while earlier on. And if you do it the way I'm doing it here, you're gonna waste rock. Some of it's gonna come out, and you just gotta keep doing shallow layers. But if you have a separator, you can get really precise with your column. See, dirt on one side and rock on the other side. So we're gonna pull this thing up, get rid of it. It's been sitting there for months, bugging me. Sometimes they get stuck. Oh, there, good. No problema. And we're getting one step closer, having our poolside paradise. Keep working. So what's really handy are these 15-gallon buckets, and this rock here, you probably have about 2 cubic feet of rock in these buckets. Probably weighs 120 pounds. And if these buckets were any bigger, I wouldn't be able to move them, but 120 pounds, no problem. It's like a sack and a half of concrete. So you can store anything in them. They're really mobile. You can move them around with dollies, or in this case, this little tractor. And they've been harboring this rock for months and keeping the rock organized. And you can see, instead of shoveling it off the ground, I can just dump it right in to where it's got to go.
go. Once the dust clears, you'll see how beautiful my rain rock column is.
I know it looks like a big pile of compost, but it's actually much smaller than it was before when it went all the way over to there. 25 yards of compost right there. That is now whittled down to about 5 or 6, maybe, probably about 5. Anybody want to buy an moringa? Look at this moringa I got. Look at this thing. That is gorgeous. I have a video on that. I'm not going to talk about it here, but I might even use that by the pool. What a great screening tree. Anyway, the pile that used to run all the way through here is now down considerably, and almost all of that dirt. I decided not to use this dirt. I'm gonna use this in the back for fill because it's not the best for planting into. Anyway, check out my mound. Worked really hard and sucked a lot of dust. So what do we have here? I pretty much have to quit because I have to go home now and work for other people. Be back in about a month. So it's gonna sit just like this. Anyway, so you've got the giant boulder that's gonna go right there. Left a low spot. There's actually concrete. That's a loose piece of concrete, but under that there's solid concrete. And I'll bring down some more broken concrete to put down so that we can adjust the height of that rock and the angle of it with the crane. We'll park the crane over there on the other side of the fence. Sling that 10,000, 12,000 pound rock all the way through the sky right here. And then we're gonna plant some really cool plants. I'm gonna have to make this video like a sequential. I'll make a playlist, that's what I'll do. And right over here, we're going to have, it's all sunny, but you can see what I did a little bit. I started my boulder garden, and this is gonna be a pathway through here. And I'm gonna have an upraised succulent garden. This is a really super rare, unheard of rare hybrid queen palm. It's a queen palm hybridized with a type of Cyagrus that gets multiple trunks in Brazil. Look, it's already flowering at this young age. Shows you it's something completely different than a regular queen palm. It's very lacy, it's kind of miniaturized. So that's gonna be really pretty through here. Get a little shade on the pool. Won't need that umbrella anymore. The tenant put the umbrella up, and the tenants apparently absolutely love floaties. They're addicted to floaties. I think that's so tacky. Anyway, I told them, all right, I'm not gonna bug you about it as long as you pay your rent, and they pay their rent. But they're actually moving out on January 1st, so if anybody wants to live here, that house is gonna be available right there. 3 bedroom, 2 bath. And it's actually like a 4 bedroom. There's a study that could be used as a bedroom. Anyway, here's the upraised area. I'm gonna continue my boulders along here and tie it into this wall, and then plant a big Bismarckia right here. And maybe that moringa that we just saw. I'm probably gonna put in some really rare palm I don't even know the name of. It's related to moringa, or no, it's related to Cariota, I think. And then a really awesome Boudia capitata there, a really unique Boudia capitata jelly palm. It's gonna fan out and create a little bit of a visual blockage. I'm gonna plant a 1, 2, and 3, what are they? Ravenea glaucas. Look that up. That's a super cool palm, real lacy. I'm gonna plant a Roystonia oleracea right there. Goes to 80 feet tall. This Kentia palm, it just gets too hot for Kentias. It needs some shade. So this tree, in about 15 years, hopefully the Kentia will be patient, we'll give that Kentia some shade. And then after all of this garbage and paraphernalia is gone, there'll be a nice little gravel path coming off this corner. It's gonna wind back through here into this sunken garden area where there'll be like a sitting area. little bench, a little, this stone here, this wall material is going to roll around, and it's going to create like a sort of a parabola shape. It's going to retain the soil, and it's also going to act as a seawall. And then tons of lush, luxurious vegetation all through there. The mound's going to be all smoothed off. And then back here is the area that helps to pay the mortgage, the production area for all the palms. So, but you won't know. You won't know when you're over there. It'll just look like a beautiful tropical forest from over there. But lo and behold, it's a working nursery behind the veil.
75-degree day in San Diego. Can't go wrong with that.
Blake's cooking. He's not cooking steak. He's cooking pork chops and some wieners.
Right.
What do you think? What do you like? What do you like living down here? What do you like? How do you like living here?
I love it, man. Pool, barbecue.
Yeah.
Good vibes.
Blake is a man, jack of all trades. He's out there. He's like, what'd you call yourself? Carpenter?
Yeah, carpenter.
Carpenter. He's pretty much like my caretaker here. He does almost anything that I need done. It's awesome. He lives in the little casita. Blake, it's a big momentous moment. I thought I'd come over here and get your interview from you.
Yeah.
You get to enjoy this place much more than I, because I'm hardly ever here.
That's right.
But I went out and bought this amazing palm that I thought I would like make some money on.
All right.
But I fell in love with it so much that guess what I'm going to do with it?
We're going to plant it here behind the pool.
Yeah! So I just decided I was about to put it in a box and do the right thing and grow it and sell it to someone else. And then we could have planted like a little baby, you know,
Yeah.
that cost almost nothing. But then this is the problem of being like the dealer, you know, and you end up using your own stuff.
Yeah.
You never make any money, right? Yeah. So anyway, all right, we're going to get an after opinion of Blake. He doesn't know what arenga means, but arenga is going right dead center on that pool. I just couldn't resist it. So here we go. First palm by the pool. So Blake, when are we going to be ready for the big party? When?
Now that we have our nice new palm.
No, we got to finish the whole thing. When are you going to be done with this landscape around the pool? You've been taking you forever to get it done.
Soon, eh?
Yeah. What do you think, man? You like it?
Yeah, nice pool palm. Adds some nice color behind the blue wall.
Yeah. You like how the fronds are hanging over that beautiful blue tile?
Yeah.
It gets a little lost in all the palms behind it, but that's all right. It's part of the jungle effect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant some blue palms in here, real silver ones to like contrast all those palms back there. Be a huge blue one over here, little bushy one over there, silver one over there. And I promise you, man, it's going to be done someday. If you just got to give me a little more time. Can you give me a little more time, Blake?
I can do it.
All right, cool. Right on. There we go. First palm in. Bam.